Good morning, everybody. Today's video will be about installing Ansible in a particular node in order to be able, at the end of this training, to be able to deploy an HPC cluster, okay, in our environment. This is the target of our training, but the first part of this training is to install Ansible. Okay, so I will show you how we can achieve this one in your environment. And as you can see, you have the architecture, just a sum up architecture. We have a control node. This is where we will connect in and install the Ansible, okay, core software first. And after install it, we will also you can do it before or after, but we have to perform the connection from this node and the target node that you intend to configure later. Okay, so let me show you my VMs that I will connect in. I will connect my lab environment to this one. I have a physical node and I have those machines that has been installed. Okay, and those machines have different connection networks. Okay, and I will show it. I will show you it to you. But let's connect to the first node of my cluster that I intend to install. I will connect on the node which you intend to use, that I intend to use it as a control node. Okay. So as you can see, it is an Ubuntu node, as you can see. And the first steps, this node will be my control node, just to be precise with you, where I intend to install the Ansible. Okay, so first of all, I can update the host name. What am I missing? Yeah, host name. Okay. Now the first steps that I have to follow up. Okay, my node is there, it's up and running. Let me show the interfaces. It have two interfaces, but the main one that I will use in this training or video, it will be the first interface, the management interface, where through which I will be able to control others node. Okay. So let's update the host, the etc host. Okay, to perform the name resolution. I will update it to, in order to have one node of my cluster. As you can see, I will specify in this etc host the whole host of my cluster. I can do it if I have a DNS. I can set up the information there, but here I will do it locally on my control node. I can try to ping those nodes to see if the resolution is okay. Yeah. So good. Next step of our Ansible installation, just for to precise you, it will be an Ansible, the legacy Ansible that we will intend to install, not the modern one, not the Ansible Navigator. After done that, we can update the packages. Okay, this is mandatory. So update the packages on your node. All the packages have been updated. We can install all the different Python dependencies. So those dependencies that I've installed permit us to create all the virtual environment in my Ansible controller machine. Because right now I'm on the root user, but after I will create a dedicated user on this machine, and from this user I'll be able to do whatever I want to do. Okay. And just to show the let's move on. I will create a new user called Ansible. Okay, this user, I will call it Ansible, and I will set the password to this user. Okay, now the password has been set. So let's elevate or upgrade the privileges of this user. I will add this user to the sudo users list of this node. So by this way, this Ansible user will be able to launch sudo command without have to set up the password. Okay, so this user, Ansible, now is in the list of the sudo users. Once done that, let's connect to the Ansible user with the user Ansible. Okay, from this moment I can create a new virtual environment. I will create a new virtual environment. Okay, for the user. Now I am on the Python virtual environment for this user, and I can work within this virtual environment for this user. Okay, so what I will do is to install the Ansible core, okay, inside of the virtual environment. But before that, I will just upgrade of the Piper packages and install now the Ansible core. I have now installed the Ansible core. This is the main package of Ansible that I have to install in my environment to be able to manipulate or to install the Ansible in my environment. Okay, now the Ansible core is installed. So now definitively I have installed in this node, I have created an Ansible user, and I have also installed the Ansible core. Remember, I have installed the Python environment. I've created a Python environment for the user Ansible. I have installed the Ansible core. So now I'm able to use Ansible in my environment. So definitively the Ansible has been installed in this particular node. Okay. And in order to let the system automatically provisioning the setup of the Ansible environment, okay, into the Python, I will just create this update of the batch rc files to be able to automatically activate the virtual environment for me. And next steps, I will generate the key pair that permits me to connect to the whole others node without a setup of the password. Or in other words, I will set up the passwordless communications between the Ansible core and the others node. So let's generate the key pair that I will use for the communications. Okay, now once done that, I will the key pair has been generated. Okay, so I have generated the key pair. Next steps, I will prepare others node. Remember, I have 5 others nodes that I intend to manage. Okay, so to be able to manage those nodes, I don't want to use the root password, because when Ansible will try to perform some action on those nodes, it should connect with its specific user. So this user, I don't want to use the root user. Okay, so I will create a particular user on each node, and this user will permit me later, when this controller node will try to perform action on each node, it will use this particular user that I will create on each node, okay, to perform the actions. So let's create this particular user on each node. It is not very complicated. Let me show you first of the here is the program that I will launch. This program do this. It will connect on each node, a server A, B, C, D, and E. And I will create this new user Ansible. As you can see here, create the new user Ansible on the target node. Okay, on each node you will create this new user Ansible, and it will set up a password, the password name Ansible. And after that, I will also add this user in the sudo users, okay, in order to permit to this user to elevate its privilege, which permit him to execute sudo command without have to enter password. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so I have to do the action. Of course, I have to connect to each node with the root user, and it will be the only one that I have, only one times that I will do it. I have to do that. Okay, so it's finished. I can move on to the next step. The next step it will be to create the password-less communication between my controller node and the others node. Okay, so now once the user has been created on each node, I will now create the password-less communication between this node and this others node. Okay, to achieve that, I will just send the public key, or the public key will be sent to each node. Okay, so I will just send through the command SSH copy ID. I will send the public key, okay, to each node. Let me prepare the password. Great. Now, definitively, I can connect to each node without having to insert or specify a password. Definitively. Okay. So let's go back here. Yeah. So let's go to the next step. Next step will be to create a new project folder as the Ansible is installed. Definitively, we are okay. I will create a new project folder. I will call this project folder Ansible Labs. Okay, and from this one, I will connect to this folder Ansible Lab, and I will create a new inventory file. I will create a new inventory file. Where is it? Inventory file, where I will specify my whole nodes that I would like to let Ansible manage. Okay, so I have server E, server B, and so on, and each node is in its own group. Okay, it is great. So I can try to ping just to see if everything is okay. Okay, so the ping is successful. Yeah. Next step will be I can execute some other command. Okay, permit me to launch an immediate command on each node. As you can see, I can view the different with this other command. This adoc command, I'm able to execute some specific command remotely on each node. okay, without have to connect or log in on each node. Let's improve this execution without and I don't want to get those warnings. Okay, I can improve my configurations. To improve this one, I can create a new file called ansible.cfg, which permit me to improve the communication or the communication between the Ansible control node and others node. Okay. So once done that, I can launch again the ping command. This one, I'm doing this one because when this one will be executed, it will be looking for the ansible.cfg, and in this one, I've already specified the path to have access to my inventory file. Okay, and you will take in consideration these whole parameters to do what we have to do on the target node. Great. Okay, and yeah, this is it. I think I can say that everything is okay now, and yeah, I hope that you appreciate this first part of this training, installation of Ansible, the Ansible on this control node. So thank you very much. Let's see you on the next part of our video. Okay.